Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the Blue Bud Wisdom Show, a podcast created to share simple tools to break you free from the mind chatter, reclaim your divinity, and support your journey to freedom and happiness. I'm your host, Ellyn Katherine, spiritual wealth catalyst and healer. Now let's jump into your dose of ancient wisdom. Hello, everyone. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. I usually just channel the information while I'm speaking. And over the last couple of nights, I've been really guided to free write. And as I put my pen to the paper, all of these things just come flooding in. And I'm realizing that I'm channeling a lot more lately. And I decided that since I channeled some really good information, I wanted to share with you what I wrote. So you might hear some background noise from me turning the pages or even trying to understand my own handwriting because I write so fast so I can get all the information out. But I was really excited with what came through, and I am so excited to actually bring it out and share it with you, the listeners, and would really, really love it if you could share this with your friends and family, because at this time, even without the pandemic, just in general, this is such relevant information, wisdom, ancient knowledge that we really need to incorporate in our lives. And I think you're going to love it. Actually, I know you're going to love it because I was blown away when I read it after I wrote it. So here goes. I've come to learn that we've built a life full of challenges that we must surpass in order to move to the next level in the game. It's not just about empowerment. The levels of the game entail trust, love, unity, and awareness. In the broad spectrum of enlightenment, trust brings about flow, surrender, just being. Without trust, there is worry, anxiety, fear of the unknown. And why? Because we've been conditioned to be afraid of getting hurt. We've been conditioned to feel unsafe. And we are afraid that God, the universe, source, does not have our back. But let's take a look at how trust can benefit and play out well with surrender. When we fully detach from any outcome, desire, or want, we allow the experience we have already built for ourselves to unfold. And as it unfolds, we are in flow because we are being guided by divine forces and not by free will. Free will detours us from our divine plan. But you know what? Even that was divinely planned. So without free will, we would not learn to trust. Without making mistakes, without having experiences of all types of emotions, without polarity, we would not be able to fully comprehend the divine mission. And as we continue to experience the unfoldment of our journey, we learn to love. We love because we understand that the beginning part of our lives, our foundation, served us in every way. We love because we experience flow within the realization that loss is not real. We love because God is love and we are a part of God. Love is not an emotion. It is a state of being. Without loss, anger, and fear, we do not understand the real state of being love. And the same is true for any polarity. Love must come from within to be fully experienced and expressed. And in order to love, you must know yourself. you must love yourself. But how can you truly love yourself if you don't know who you are? You see, empowerment cannot win if you do not love yourself. Only until you love yourself can you feel whole or complete. No one else can complete you. No one else can fill in that void. No amount of likes or loves or views, etc. on social media can make you love yourself. That only feeds your ego. But the twister, once you can be love, the trust, flow, and surrender all comes easily. So the question is, how can you be love? This is where awareness comes in. Being on this earth, living, you are creating at all times. You are consciously or unconsciously creating every moment in your life. Now, the goal here is to become conscious, aware of what you are creating, living with intention. Living with intention does not mean setting and meeting goals, but it does mean that you are aware of your experiences, your feelings, your emotions, and your words. In other words, your commandments, your commitments, your prayers, or your decrees are the forefront of your creations. And in order to create better experiences, you must be the observer and bring awareness to what you are experiencing. Free will is actually teaching you. B, apply the lessons you've learned to consciously create a new experience. C, trust that all that is happening is to help move you forward into the next level of the game. And D, love playing the game to bring you into the full state of being and to love every aspect of your experience because you know that it is all to help you. This is where unity comes in. We've all heard the saying that we are one. Well, let me put it this way. You could have been Albert Einstein in your past life. You could have been Alexander the Great in another life. We are our ancestors, and we come from one main center source. Then, if that is true, how are we not one? Unity is the side effect of love. You love yourself, you love your experiences, you love the humans, embodying the spirits that did their part to teach you and help you move forward in this game. With love, we unite and continue on our journey, feeling elated, free, and light together. When one person heals, the energy spreads to another and becomes a ripple effect. Have you asked yourself, who am I here to serve? What is my divine mission? When the thought crosses your mind, what are you feeling? How can you clearly define who and what your divine mission is? Can you take a step back and look at your life on the big screen in front of you? Sort of like you're at a drive-in movie theater and the movie about to play is flashbacks of your life. Can you begin to see the patterns that are coming up? Any of the life lessons that seem to be at play over and over again? The people we are meant to serve are those that have lived and experienced the key pieces in your journey. So what have you been searching for? What have you been experiencing? What beliefs can you feel being at the core of your experiences? For me, it's been about expanding my wings by taking full control of my decisions consciously, making conscious choices with trust And either it will work out or it will just be another lesson. And that's the thing about this journey. We can raise our vibrations naturally by detaching from what will or will not happen with the choices we make. When we follow ego, which is also free will, we have the opportunity to uncover another lesson that hasn't been fully learned. And when we face and bring awareness to the challenge by observing what's coming up, we can transmute it with love, and then we can walk down the path to freedom. When situations arise, we know that we can gracefully explore the opposite side of the spectrum, where we let go of fear and just see what is unfolding. Observe the lesson. You can't move on to the next level if you haven't mastered the first phase. And our foundation is what brings us to the uncovering of our divine mission. When we move to the next level, it's the building blocks of unlearning the patterns that made us lose love and power, trust, and that made us feel alone. It's the learning of self-love, trusting in the divine forces, and training the body to create new patterns that will fully activate the superhuman / Godhead / God or Goddess within us. You cannot make mistakes. Free will grants you the gifts of endless opportunities to creating a different life by learning the lesson and applying it to future choices. Following the divine forces leads you to fulfilling the divine mission once you have uncovered your hidden gifts and talents that you used as your weapon to defeat and conquer your karma and challenges. Thanks for joining me this week on the Blueblood Wisdom Podcast. Make sure to visit my website, EllynKatherine.com, where you can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or via RSS so you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, be sure to take a moment and give me a 5-star rating on iTunes and share or tell your friends about the show. I'd love to share the wisdom further, and your help will make that happen. Be sure to tune in next week for my next episode.